Hello, welcome to Soulprint Pendulum Friday. Thank you very, very much for being here. We don't have a ton of questions today, but there's actually a couple of things that I want to ask and check out. So I'm recording this on Thursday afternoon, and we had the immunity hearing at the Supreme Court this morning. We had David Pecker continuing to be on the stand. I understand that he has been cross-examined now. I don't know if that cross-examine will continue tomorrow or not. I've been sort of not hyper-focused on that. And we also have these new indictments handed down in Arizona with regards to the fake electors, and that included Boris Epstein, Giuliani, Mark Meadows. So, you know, it's not over. It just is a process. And for a lot of people, it just feels like that process isn't moving fast enough. But it needs to move at a pace that doesn't end up reversing everything on appeal. And that's like really, really important to remember. Just this morning, Harvey Weinstein, whatever, he had one of his cases appealed because apparently the judge let in some um, testimony that was not specifically pertaining to that case, and it has been appealed. Now, my understanding is he's already in jail for 16 years in LA or somewhere, and it's possible that New York is just going to retry the case. But these are the things you don't want to have happen, particularly to somebody like Trump. Let's get cracking here. So I'm going to ask a couple questions first, just based on some of the stuff that's going on right now. Is the Supreme Court going to issue their decision with regards to presidential immunity earlier than the end of June? Okay, so as of right now, so no, it's kind of a weak no. Let's ask that again. Pendulum, are we ready to work? All right, good, thank you. Is the Supreme Court, the United States Supreme Court, going to hand down their decision on presidential immunity before the end of June 2024? Okay, for right now, it's a no, and it's a pretty strong no. Is Trump going to be granted, or is the decision going to sort of approve complete blanket immunity? No. Okay. Is there going to be some sort of a carve out that will pertain to some of the charges he is currently charged with in that J6 court case? Okay, yes. So there are some charges that may end up being, or actions that may end up being determined to be, um, under the umbrella of official presidential acts. Um, the indictments that have been handed down in Arizona, is that case going to be allowed to move forward to completion? Okay, yes. All right. Okay. Will Trump go to the Republican convention? As of right now, it's a yes. Will Trump, wait a minute. And do Trump's lawyers know that he's guilty. Okay, yes. That's not the job of a defense attorney. The job of a defense attorney is to defend. Okay, and that's what they're doing. And everybody's entitled to that defense. Okay, whether you're loving it or not, whether it's taking too long, they're entitled. Will Trump pick a VP or will he just say, I alone can do it? Okay, well, I can't ask the question that way because okay. Is Trump going to pick a VP? Okay, so yes. Is that likely to be a female? Okay, that's almost not moving. Okay, how about this? Has Trump figured out who he would like to pick for his vice president at this point in time? No. Okay. Will the National Enquirer picker be able to be sued by any of their victims? Okay, right now that's looking like a no. I'm not sure why. Does that have something to do with like statute of limitations, perhaps? Okay, so there are restrictions. That was a yes. It looks like there are some kinds of restrictions. I mean, honestly, and who's going to sue them, right? Is Ted Cruz going to sue them? Well, no, he's still trying to angle, to be Trump's buddy. Is Ben Carson? No. Um, Hillary, he's already gone after Hillary and ended up getting slapped back and told to pay her costs. So, no, I mean, that was Trump. I don't know what the protections are or aren't, but your First Amendment rights are really, really strong. And so I think that there was something that needed to be sued over. That process should have already happened already, right? I mean, I mean, Trump's been a while now. Will our President Biden plan succeed that will automatically make the rich pay their fair share in taxes and proceed to be initiated into law? All right. Is Biden going to be able to get new tax laws on the books in his second term in office? Okay, yes. Are those tax laws going to impact the wealthiest of the wealthy? Yes. Is that going to result in them needing to pay some or higher taxes? Yes. And I'm just giving you a heads up. When that happens, you can expect really crazy midterms. So that would be what, 2026? Because the rich, wealthy people who don't like that, are going to, push against it. And how are they going to do that? They're going to be kind of forcing, Republicans. So I think one of the lessons that everybody has learned is that you can't leave politics up to the politicians. You actually have to stay engaged. You have to pay attention to what they're doing. And you have to ensure that your intentions are being heard, recognized by the politicians that you actually, put into office. FBI Director Christopher Wray has issued a warning about a coordinated terrorist attack on the United States. Will it happen? So we're getting an almost non-movement. It's a very, very tiny yes. Um, I don't have any more clarity on that. I'm not sure what else I would want to ask. Do you see Donald Trump able to continue to attend court through the end? I'm assuming this is this current case. Is he going to get to the end of it? Yes. Okay. Will Matt Gaetz' father, Dan Gaetz, win his seat in the Florida Senate election? Did anybody know he was running? I didn't. Matt Gaetz' father, is he going to win his seat in the Florida Senate? As of right now, it's a yes. Is the Trump lawyer in the current trial for hush money being blackmailed? No, no, he's not. Is Trump going to lose his mind and be sent to a home with locked doors? Okay. Um, is is Donald Trump's mental and cognitive health going to continue to deteriorate? Yes. Some point before the 2024 election, is it going to become apparent that he is not fit to run for office? All right, now don't get all excited. Yep, it's going to become apparent. Will that prevent the Republicans from continuing to support him? No. Right. So even if he's a blithering idiot, it looks like um, they will do whatever they can do to cushion that knowledge getting out. And let's face it, his core group of people, they don't care what comes out of his mouth. And the rest are, they sort of already decided. And yeah, there's those independents, they're the ones that are the Republicans who are really sick of Trump. Those people are starting to, kind of open up, look at other alternatives, make their displeasure known. So they will just, this is the thing, right? The way you exercise that power is by voting. It's just as simple as that. If you don't want the Republicans to continue to hold power, you vote them out. Will Netanyahu be removed soon? Okay, so I don't like soon. Will Netanyahu be? Will he leave his office? Will he stop being in power within the next 3 to 6 months? As of right now, that's a yes. Is that going to happen by way of any kind of legal election? Not moving. Will Nikki Haley end up running in November in a leadership position? Maybe a VP, maybe as VP. So is Nikki Haley's name going to be on the ticket in November of 2024? Okay, now there's a possibility of that. Yeah. Um, is it going to be in a VP position? No. Is there a love child in the Trump case? No. YouTube has commercials that state a living allowance of $1,400 per month for people 64 and under from the Obama Affordable Care Act. Is this a scam? Yes. Now, I do know, because I've heard about it before, that they are working on trying to create some sort of a baseline, sort of living wage, and figuring out how to get that where it needs to go and how it needs to get there. But right now, it's still they're telling me it's nebulous. It hasn't really gotten it hasn't firmed up. Has the former guy fathered more than 5 children? This is really, really intrusive, okay? But we'll ask the question, and if the pendulum just tells us it's none of our business, it probably is none of our business. Okay, it's not moving. Um, when he leaves the planet, will any of the unclaimed children, if there are any, sue the estate? You kind of got, again, it's not moving, you kind of. Will Mr. Pecker be accused of perjury if the Trump Tower doorman is able to prove that there is a love child? All right, let's just resolve the love child issue for right now, shall we? Is the doorman story about a love child that was Donald Trump's and some other woman's, not his wife, is that story accurate? Okay, so I'm getting a no. Um, has there been a child born that Trump has not legally acknowledged? Okay, that's getting a yes. I think the phrase love child, it sort of it implies something that's simply not accurate. I mean, how could Trump create a love child if he doesn't love anything but himself, right? Um, is that child and mother, are they going to be making themselves known at any time in the near or immediate future? No. Will Texas be able to ban vote by mail by the November election? Are they going to be able to ban it? Looks like no. Okay. That's what we know for today. Thank you very, very much for being here at Soulprint for our Pendulum Fridays. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Take care of yourself. Be well. And I will look forward to seeing you next week. Bye bye for now.